Good morning. I am Mr. Aides Sobakani. Mr. Aides Sobakani. Yes, this is my name, okay? And the lesson of today is entitled the activos and the passivos. I say the lesson is about the active voice and the passive voice. Yes, this is the lesson we are going to learn today. By the end of the session, I want you to be able to make verbal transformation with the activos and the passivos. So as I told you that, so we are going to work. Our lesson is about the activos and the passivos. Before starting, I want you to do this exercise. We have two exercises. Look, one. Here are some action or transitive verbs. Verbs, okay? Yeah. Play. Yeah. Make. Do. We have eat. We have speak. Kill. Writes, bites, open. So here are some action verbs. Play, make, teach, do, eat, speak, kill, write, bites, open. We can add take, yes. So I want you to give, okay, to give the third form of these following verbs. I mean that's the past participle form of the following verbs. This is the first question, okay? Give the past participle. Give the past participle of these verbs. Yes, this is the first question. Yes, what are you going to say? What is the past participle of play? Yes, it is played. Good. This one, play, give us played. It is a regular verb, so we put ed at the end. The ending is on ed. Make. What is the past participle of make? Yes? The past participle of make is made. Yes. Made. Make gives us made. Good. Teach. Taught. Good. Teach. Here is the past participle. Teach. We have taught. Do. Yes. Done. Yes. Done. Do gives us done. Good. And eat. The past participle of eat is eaten. Good. Eaten. Eaten. Speak. The past participle of speak is spoken. 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 Good. We have kill. The past participle is killed. I put ed. It is a regular verb too. Writes. The past participle of what is written. Written. Bites. Beats or beaten. Yes. And then open. We have opened. Take. We have taken. Yes. So here are the past participle of the following verbs given here. Okay? We have played for play, made for make, taught for teach, done for do, eaten for eat, spoken for speak, killed for kill, written for write, bits or beaten for bite, open, opens for open, taken for take. Good. This is the first exercise. The second one. Here are some sentences. Put the verb into the present simple. I mean that the verb is not conjugated yet, but we are going to conjugate it in the simple present. A, we have Merci to be a good football player. Think and transform the verb here. We conjugate the verb in the simple present, be, so that we have a good sentence. Merci to be a good football player. It is not correct. We have to conjugate the verb here to have a meaningful sentence. B, we to be in lockdown. See? The cats to eat the mouse. D, the teacher to teach the pupils. What? E, the insects to bite the baby. And then F, Tati writes a letter. Well, we have some sentences on the board here, and we are required to conjugate the verb into the verb which is in brackets into present simple tense. Yes, present simple tense. Good. What are you going to say? Yes, for the first sentence. The first sentence, what are you going to say? Merci, yes, is a good football player, right? Merci is a good football player. Yes, the verb be changed by is because you are in the third person of singular. Okay? Merci may be replaced by e if Messi is a girl, she, like this. So this is the third person of singular. So the verb be takes this form, is, at the third person of singular. Do you remember? Yes. Be. This is A, I mean that's A. Be. We, to be in lockdown. Lockdown means that's in confinement, okay? As far as the situation of COVID-19 is concerned, people stay home, okay? You stay home. You are in lockdown, okay? You are in lockdown. So we say here, we, yes, we are, good, we are in lockdown. Good, are. So to be become here at this time here, to be become are. To be changed by are. We are in plural. We are in lockdown. We stay home, okay? We are in confinement. Good. C. The cat, yes, the cat eats. The cat eats. So we complete S here. There is S. This ordinary verb, in the simple present tense, we say that verb takes S at the ends for this case, okay? Because you are in the third person. The cat eats the mouse. The cat eats the mouse. Right. D. The teacher teaches, yes, the pupils. This is also the third person of singular. We put S at the end, but for this case, verb ending with CH, we put E before putting S, okay? That's why we have ES here. Right. Letter E, we have the insect to bite the baby. The insect to bite the baby. We say, yes, the insect bites the baby. the insects bites, third person, yes, the baby. Good. Number, the letter F. F. It is said, Tati to write a letter. Tati to write a letter. We say, Tati writes a letter. Yes, third person. This is also the third person, so that you should put us at the end. Right, so we have got some sentences on board here. We have Merci is a good football player. Stop. We are in lockdown. The cat eats the mouse. The teacher teaches the pupils. The insect bites the baby. Tati writes a letter. So, do remember that you come back here. Be, we have two B's here. Two, be here and be here. Be in the simple present tense has three forms. Okay, it has three forms. You have a form am, you have a form is, and the form are. We use are at the first person of singular. When I put I here, I say I. Okay, and we use is at the third person of singular. Third person. When we refer to he, she, and for example, one person, Tati, for example, Tati, one person, okay? We put he is to be changed on is at the third person. When you are he, she, or a name, any name of things or person, which is one in singular, yes. And we have are to be take the form of are when we are has subject you, we, and they. I mean in plural. And sometimes you is can be used in singular. When I say use, you are. Okay, I refer to one person, but you also is in plural. When I refer to many people, you are peoples. You are learners of. You understand? What? Okay. Now, as I told you that, so at the very beginning, today we are going to learn the active voice and the passive voice to make verbal transformation with the active voice and the passive voice. So, what is a voice? Voice, what it means? Voice is a set of different forms, okay? That's a verb takes to express the role of a subject in an action. Let me resume. I say this, we call voice. Voice is a set of different forms. That's a verb takes in order to express the role of a subject in an action. Right? This role the role of subjects can be active or passive. When the role of a subject is active, so who speaks about active voice. When the role of a subject is passive, now we have the passive voice. Have you understood? I see. The role of a subject can be active, okay? At this moment, we are in the active voice. The role can be passive. At this moment, we are in passive voice. A transitive verbs like eat, all verbs here, make, kill, all verbs, transitive verbs, action verbs, yes. Express is an action that passes between two beings. What? I say this. Transitive verbs, for example, eat, take, make, teach, expresses, okay, an action that passes between two beings, two persons, two objects, two animals. Okay? It's, for example, express an action that passes between two beings. I can take an example. For example, I have a cat. I have a mouse. Okay, this verb is going to express an action between cat and mouse, or between mouse and house, vice versa, okay? So, the two beings, one being does an action, and one being undergoes the action. Do you understand? I resume. Verbs like it is a transitive verb. It expresses an action that passes between two beings. For example, cat and mouse. Okay? And between the two beings, names, I can call that names. One does the action. One performs the action of eating. And one does not do the action, doesn't perform the action, but undergoes it. Suffer it. Right? So, we have a cat. Cat. It's a cat, okay? And here is a mouse. I can say the cat eats the mouse. So the action passes from the cat to the mouse. The verb is eat. Right? Good. So the action of eating can be presented in two ways. This action between cat and mouse can be presented in two ways. The first way is the cat eats the mouse. The second way is the mouse is eaten by the cat. Yes. I don't know if I've got some, this is my cat, and here's my mouse, okay? So, the cat, this one, eats the mouse. It's small, because the mouse is small too. It eats the mouse. This is the first way I present the action of eating. And the second way is, here I highlight, I am interested on the cat. I put the cat, the mouse. I put the mouse as the subject of the second sentence. And I say, the mouse is eaten by the cat. The mouse doesn't do action, but the cat is doing the action, but eating the mouse. Do you understand? Good. So let me write it. We have two ways. The first way is the cat eats the mouse. And the second way is the mouse is eaten by the cat. Yes, observe these sentences here. The cat eats the mouse. The mouse is eaten by the cat. In this sentence, the subject is here. This is the subject. Here is the verb. Here is the object. Direct object. Here is the subject. What? The cat is the subject, and it is the verb, action verb, okay? And the mouse is the object, direct object of the verb it. Good. In the second sentence, what do you see? Here the subject is here, the subject. Here is the verb. And here is the agents. The mouse is eaten by the cat. The cat eats the mouse. Here the cat does the action. Okay? At the very beginning, I told you that a voice is a set of forms taken by the verb to express the role of the subjects in an action. So, let's see the role here. The cat eats the mouse. Who eats the mouse? The cat. The cat is the subject, and the cat does the action. Okay? So, in this case, when the subject does the action, we are in the active voice. It means that the verb is in active voice. The verb it here is in the active voice. Do you understand? Right. Okay, let's observe this sentence. The mouse is eaten by the cat. The subject is the mouse. Is eaten by the cat. Who does the action of eating? The cat. But here, the mouse doesn't do the action. Right? The mouse undergoes the action. Right? The mouse suffers the action. Right? Okay? So here, the subject, the role of the subject of this sentence is not doing, but going the action. Okay? The role is to suffer. It suffers. It undergoes the action, right? So this form, we say that the verb is in the passive voice. In this case here, the verb is eaten is in passive voice, right? Okay, let me take another example. We are talking about nowadays about some COVID-19. Let's see. COVID-19 kills many people. And then when I want to, here is the subject, okay? The verb, objects. When I want to highlight many people, I want to put many people at the beginning of a sentence, of a statement. I say this, many, using the same action, which is killing. Many people are killed by COVID-19. Here, COVID-19 is the subject. It does the action of killing people, right? Nowadays, okay? COVID-19 kills many people around the world. The action is done by COVID. And then here in the sentence, you have a verb here. This is the subject. Many people is the subject now. Many people are killed by COVID-19. So, in this sentence, many people doesn't do the action of killing, but many people undergo the action. Many people do not do the action of killing, but many people undergo the action of killing. Right? So this sentence is passive. Passivus. Here, COVID kills many people. It is COVID which is killing people. So COVID-19 does the action. So here, this sentence is active. Activus. Is in the activus. Do you understand? Look at me, Mr. Ides. I take the book. I take the book. Write it. I take the book. Okay, we have this sentence. I take the book. The action is done by I. The subject is I, okay? Me. The action is done by me. So me, I replace myself by I here, okay? I take the book. Okay, now I want to highlight the book. I want the book to be the starting point of the sentence, of the statement. I say this, the book, yes, is taken by me. The book is taken by me. Here is the verb. Here is the subject. Here is the object. The subjects, the verb, and agents. So, what happens? And then I say that here I make the action, okay? I take myself. This sentence, since the role of the subject is to do the action, so we say the verb is active. This is the activos. Here, the book is taken. The book is taken by me, by the teacher, okay? The book doesn't do the action, but the book undergo the action. The book suffer the action, right? So we say that this sentence, the verb is in passive voice. What? So what happens? To go, we have a possibility to go from the active voice to passive voice, and vice versa. We can go from passive voice to active voice. What happens? To go from the active voice to the passive voice, here, what I do, I take, here, for example, this is only a name. Name 1, noun 1, noun 2. Okay, noun 1, noun 2. So now, this is a verb here in the middle. I change the place of the two nouns. This one comes here, and this one comes here. Here to same thing. Noun 1, noun 2. This one comes here, and this one comes here. Take this place. 2. You see? Like this. It means that the objects become the subjects. And what was the subject become the agents. Here the same thing. Now, 1, noun 2. And you have verb here. In the middle you have verb. So here it's become noun 2, noun 1. So they exchange places. And then the verbs changes also the form. Take, which is in the simple present here, become is taken. So we use the past form of the verb. The third form of the verb. We have three forms. You have the base, we have the preterite, and you have the past participle. So we take the past participle of the verb, and we operate with to be. Since the book is the third person of singular, I put is, right? And I complete the past participle of a verb. This is the structure. I mean that in the past, we put to be plus the past participle of a verb. Lexical verb, okay? Subjects plus to be plus object, like this. This is the structure we use. To be with a tense. It depends on the tense, okay? Today you are working with the present simple only, okay? Because you have got so many tenses in conjugation. We have the preterites, you have the future, you have the present perfect, and so and so. But today we focus only on the simple present tense, right? So that's why we say here to be keeps is three forms. We taught it at the very beginning. We say to be has three forms. At the simple present we have is, am, and are. So it means that we have subjects plus is, are, or am, plus the past participle of a verb and the object. I mean that's the agents. The agents. This is the structure we use to get the passive voice of a sentence. Have you understood? Right. So let me check if we have understood. exercise. Here are two groups of sentences. A and B. Transform group A sentences into passivos. Hence, group B into active voice. Well, we have here with a group A Tati writes a letter. I drive a car. My brother makes bricks. For the pupils do the exercise. 4, 5. The teacher teaches the pupils. Okay, we have 5 sentences with group A and group B. B group. One. The baby is bitten by the insects. 2. Clothes are washed by my mother. 3. 5. Languages. 5 languages are spoken by us. Number 4, my money is stolen by him. And 5, the door is opened by the boy. Right, we have here 2 groups of sentences, and we Okay. We have three groups of sentences. The group A and the group B. And it is said to transform group A sentences into passivos and group B into activos. Right, let's go. The first one is Tati writes a letter. I drive a car. My brother makes bricks. The pupils do the exercise. The teacher teaches the pupils. Okay, what are you going to say? Solution A, group A. Number one, what are you going to say? We transform into passivos. We follow the example over there. For example, I take the book. The book is taken by me. Remember that when we have personal pronouns as subjects, here at agents, they change. We put objects, personal pronouns. We have, for example, I change in me. You changes in you. He changes in him. She changes in her. We changes in us. And they changes in them. Yes. Remember that when you transform, okay? When you transform here, you may pay attention when you refer to the personal pronouns as subject of a sentence, of a verb. Right? Good. Now, a letter becomes the subject. Okay? We highlight a letter as subjects. We are more interested now on the word letter. So we say a letter, it is one letter, okay? So we are at the third person of singular. Since you are going to use to be should be conjugated at the third person of singular. The form of to be at the third person of singular is, the word is. Okay? So we say a letter is, and this verb changes here. We take now the third form of a verb. I mean, the past participle form of a verb. And the past participle form of a verb, right, is written. So we put is written. And then we put now the agents by Tati. Right? A letter is written by Tati. Okay? Let's move to the question number 2. I drive a car. I drive a car. So now I highlight the word a car. A car should be the starting point of the sentence. What I'm going to say? I'm going to say, we say this, a car. We have just one car. So we have in the third person of singular, is. Third person of singular. So we say, a car is. Now here we need the past participle of the verb. Drive, driven. Yes, driven. Is driven by. Remember that I told you that when the subject is I, it changed by me. That's why I put me here. A car is driven by me. What? Number 3. My brother makes bricks. My brother makes bricks. Okay. Observe this sentence. Bricks, which is the object, is in plural. We have many bricks, okay? So, when we highlight bricks, we say bricks are, because you are in the plural. To be, take the form of are. Okay? Bricks are, and then the verb make, we see his third form, I mean the past participle, we say made. So what? Bricks are made. And then we complete by my brother. Understood? Right? Good. Number 4. The pupils do the exercise. Now, exercise is in the singular, no as here, okay? So, be takes the form of is here. You say, the exercise is, and then the verb do, the past participle of do is, yes, done, yes, is done, and I put the agents by the pupils. Right? Here, number 5. The teacher teaches the pupils. Yes, we highlight now the pupils. We have a plural here, okay? It is a plural. Many pupils. So we say the pupils are, because third person of a singular plural, are. To be takes the form of are. Yes, are, and then I look for the past participle of teach. It is, yes, taught. Yes. The pupils are taught, and I put the agents, by the teacher. Okay, this is the first group, group A. It is clear? Have you understood? Let's read them. A letter is written by Tati. A car is driven by me. Bricks are made by my brother. The exercise is done by the pupils. The pupils are taught by the teacher. Good. Let's shift to group B, okay? Group B, it is said to put group B into active voice. B. The first sentence, it says, the baby is bitten by the insects. So, the baby will change the place, okay? And the insects change the place. The verb is bitten. What you say? The insects, okay? Now, the subject of the sentence becomes the insects. Right? Follow the example over there. Yes. For example, here or here, the cat eats the mouse, and the mouse becomes the subject. The mouse is eaten. Like this. Verse, like this. And you say, the insects, number 1. The insects. Now the insect does the action. The is disappear, okay? Disappears. So this form also disappear. I take the base form. The insect bites the baby. The insect bites the baby. Right? The insect bites the baby. Number 2. Clothes are washed by my mother. Clothes are washed. Clothes do not do the action here, okay? But clothes undergo the action. The one who does the action is my mother. So I tell like this, I say my mother washes, yes, washes the clothes. My mother washes the clothes. Okay? All right. The subject becomes my mother. And the mother, my mother, the subject does the action. It is active voice. My mother washes the clothes. Right? Good. Number 3. 5 languages are spoken by us. Remember this word S? I'll put it here. It comes from we. This is the pronoun, personal pronoun. We take the place of we. Okay? It takes the place of we. So, when the S becomes a subject, it is transformed in we. So we say, we, yes, we speak. We speak 5 languages. Okay, it changed like this, okay? 5 languages are spoken by us, as changed by we, as subject of a verb. We say, we speak. Okay? We speak 5 languages. Good. Number 4. My money is stolen by him. My money is stolen by him. So we want to highlight the agents to be the subjects of the new sentence. Him, as I told you, that is the transformation of he. Okay? He, and then here this form change. You go back to the present simple of the lexical verb to steal, yes? That means voler, okay? So we say he steals my money. And then the last one, he steals my money. The door is opened by the boy. Okay, the agents here become the subjects. The boy, just one boy, okay? Opens the door. The boy opens the door. Okay, we have 5 sentences which concern the group B. We put them into active voice. The baby is bitten by the insect. It gives us the insect bites. I go back to the present simple tense of the verb bite. The insects bites the baby. Clothes are washed by my mother. Here it gives us, my mother washes the clothes. 5 languages are spoken by us. It gives us, as I told you, that us become we when it is the subject. We speak 5 languages. My money is stolen by him. Him is the form of he over there. We say, he steals my money. He takes my money without my permission, okay? To steal. What? The door is opened by the boy. It gives us the boy opens the door. What? Have you understood? Good. If it is clear, now we are going to write the lesson. I think it is clear at this moment. We say this voice is the sets of different forms taken by the verb to express the role of the subjects in an action. We have two voices. We have two voices, active and passive. Number one, active voice. Active voice, it is when, okay, the subject does the action. It is when the subject does the action. That's an action. On action. Example. Example, the cat eats the mouse. COVID-19 kills many people. Yoka plays football. They bring a wheelbarrow. We speak 5 languages. Last example. My sister washes plates. Okay, we have 4, 5, that's 6 examples on the board here concerning active voice. The active voice. The cat eats the mouse. The action is done by the cat. The cat eats the mouse. COVID-19 kills many people. The action is done by the subject, COVID-19. Yoka plays football. Yoka does the action of playing, so it is active. We speak 5 languages. The action is done by we, so it is active. My sister washes plates. The action of washing is done by my sister. The subject does the action, so we are in the active voice. 2. Passive voice. Let me complete it here, sorry. To harmonize it. Yes. Passive, it is, okay, with a passive voice, it is when the subject of the verb does not do the action, but undergoes the action, suffer the action. So at this moment, you have the passive voice. It is when, yes, the subjects goes on action. Okay. Goes mean to suffer. Huh? You don't do it. It is, yes. It is when, yes, the subject undergoes the action. Example. The mouse is eaten by the cats. What? The mouse is eaten by the cats. Example 2. Many people are killed by COVID-19. Football is played by yoga. A wheelbarrow is brought by them. Five. Languages are spoken by us. Then plates are washed by my sister. Okay, so we have some sentences here which are in the passive voice. We have the mouse is eaten by the cat. Many people are killed by COVID-19. Football is played by yoga. A wheelbarrow is brought by them. 5 languages are spoken by us. Plates are washed by my sister. Good. Let me underline the verbs here. Used. Okay. The same verbs have been transformed into passive forms. Right? Good. Now take the lesson. Take the lesson, and then I'll give you an exercise to do. Exercise. Scrambled sentences. Rewards in good order. Example. The fifth is arrested by the police. Okay. It means that the answer to number 1 is given here as example, okay? Let me put what was the question number 1. It was like this. Receipts. The fifth. By is the police. Okay, this is the original, what the sentence was at the very beginning. The mess puts, the scramble words puts here, it gives us the original sentence. The fifth is arrested by the police. So now we continue with the number 2, 3, and so. Number 2. Brother football my place. 3. Builds a mason by houses are These. For many is writes friend letters. 5. Killed. Enter. These animals A, by, and are. 6. Son, by, broken, chair, is, is. And then the last one. Switches. Off. Switch it off. Lights. By is the. Okay, good. We have 6 sentences left. We are going to put in good order because the first one has been done for you as example here. So what are going to say? For the second one, my brother football my plays. What are you going to say? You say, when I see the structure of this sentence, the verb is play, okay? It's conjugated in the third person of singular. The sentence, I don't find any past participle in the structure. I don't find to be in the structure. So I can say that this sentence is in active voice. So I say, I look for the subject, I say, my brother plays football, right? My brother plays football. It is simple, okay? So let's write it. Okay, let me wrap here to put the answers. I think you have finished writing this part. My brother plays football. Good. Number 3. What are we going to say? Number 3. Built a mason. By houses are these. When I look at the sentence, I found to be inside, and I found a past participle of a verb. It means that you should have here something like passive voice and by, okay, what? So what I'm going to say? You say, these houses are built by a mason. These houses are built by a mason. All right? These houses are built by a mason. Right. Number 4. Many is writes friend's letter. Many is writes friend letter. The verb is here, writes. Okay? At the third person of singular. So let's look for, there is no passive form here. Because I don't find past participle, I don't find to be, I don't find by. So where is the subject? The subject is friends. It is accompanied with the possessive adjective is. Is friends, okay? Writes many letters. Is friends writes many letters. Good. Is friends writes many letters. What's good? Number 5. Kills, enter these animals a, by, are. Wow, here we find the past participle, we find to be, we find by. So it is a passive voice here. Okay, what are going to say? These animals are killed by a hunter. The hunter is a person who goes to the forest for looking to kill animals, okay? The hunter. He has a gun and he go to the forest to kill animals in order to eat. Yes, we say these animals are killed by a hunter. Good. 6. Number 6. Son by broken chair is a is. Okay, when I see the structure here, we find to be, okay, is. We have a past participle, broken. We have also by. So, do you remember that? So we have here the passive form, passive voice. Okay, what is the subject now? You say a chair, okay? A chair, yes, a chair is broken by his son. A chair, you know a chair? Where you sit down. A chair is broken, okay, by his son. That's what it is. A chair is broken by his son, right? A chair is broken by his son. Good. The last question, last sentence, 7. Switch it off. Him lights by his verb. When we see the structure, we find that we have is here. To be is there. You have the past participle of the verb. We have also by. So we are in the passive voice. Where is now the subject? You say the lights. The light is yes, like this. The lights. The light is switched off by him. Yes. You say the lights is switched off by him. Yes. The light is switched off by him. Okay, here is this the correction of our exercise. Okay. have finished for today. We have studied the active voice and the passive voice. And we say that the voice is a form that verb takes to express the role of the subjects in an action. When this role is, that's when the subjects does the action, we are in active voice. When the subjects undergoes the action, we are in passive voice. And then we say that we use to be and the past participle of a verb to go from the active voice to the passive voice, right? And we mark some change. I change by me. When the subject is I, it's going to change by me, you by you, he changes by him, she changes by her, we changes by her, by us, they changes by them. Okay? All right. Thank you very much for your attention. See you next time. Goodbye, class.
Chers parents, chers élèves du préscolaire, primaire, collège et lycée, chers apprenants des centres d'alphabétisation et de rescolarisation, ce message vous concerne. L'école à domicile, c'est le nouveau programme du MEPSA. Désormais, apprenez via la télévision, la presse écrite et les réseaux sociaux à partir du site www.menepsa.org et de l'application L'école à domicile. Vous avez également la possibilité de suivre les cours à partir de la page YouTube MEPSA Congo, l'application Télénanga MTN Congo. À la télévision, les cours seront diffusés chaque jour de 8h à 14h et au quotidien dans les dépêches de Brazzaville. Maintenir la flamme de l'éducation dans la famille, un devoir des parents en cette période de crise sanitaire due au Covid-19. Tous derrière le MEPSA pour sauver l'éducation face à la pandémie du Covid-19.